It's the left knee of Rodney Carter that is injured after he made the catch on the attempted screen pass, and when you take a look at it, you'll see the injury.
Maurice Hurst, the quarterback, comes up from his position on the end, and take a look at it. He gets his left knee turned underneath. A nice clean hit by Maurice Hurst, just the luck of the draw for Rodney Carter, and he's helped from the field.
Carter over to the Steeler bench now. Harry Newsome checks in. He'll punt for the Steelers. 3 on the day. The first one, though, that he will punt from deep in his own territory, and Irving Fryer is back deep. The last time Fryer returned punts was earlier this season against Houston. He got injured in that game on a punt return. Newsome bangs this one. Fryer, he's not going to call a fair catch. He gets away from Dwight Stone. And a good job by Fryer rolling the dice as he had Dwight Stone right on him. He shook that tackle and goes out to the 49-yard line. It's a 45-yard punt and a 15-yard return by Irving Fryer. Now, let's plug in the scores on Sunday number 15. Houston could have wrapped up the Central Division if they won. They're not going to do it today. 31-0 over Cincinnati. Going right out on the limb there, Jimmy, at halftime.
Another rough day for Bernie Kosar, it appears, at least from the score.
Yeah, no offense there. Yep, Miami now behind in a game they desperately need to. Kansas City leading, and Detroit winning big over Tampa Bay. New England has not punched a touchdown in yet. You get the feeling if they could score here and get right back into this football game, they would pick up some momentum because their defense has been playing very good football against the Steelers. Rodney Carter sprained knee. Doesn't look like he's going to come back, though. But it's good to see him up and walking around because that looked bad when the injury happened. Second half of the doubleheader for most of you on these NBC stations. You'll see Buffalo and San Francisco. The 49ers, the best in the NFL right now, against the Bills, who are 8-6 and trying to win the AFC East. Second down and 8 for New England. Mark Wilson straight back. Incomplete. Up in the air for grabs, but it fell down to the ground. Hartley Dykes was the intended receiver at the 35-yard line.
Wilson had quite a bit of time, but he actually throws behind Hartley Dykes. He had him open for just a second. More time than he needed to throw the football. Take a look at a little turn-in pattern. The zone coverage behind it. An open Hartley Dykes.
Not a good throw.
No, Wilson missed him. Threw it behind him.
Wilson's 14 for 26 with one interception, 130 yards. Now he's got third down and 8. Keeps 2 backs in there with him, and then Perryman heads out. He's got room to run and should get a first down. Boy, he was looking at that first down marker all the way up the field. Good job by Wilson. He's got a first down at the Pittsburgh 40.
Now, the Wilson that I remember playing for the Raiders was a guy who was just a statue back there. He has not showed it so far this year. He's moved around well. The Steelers come on the blitz. They send 5 people. Unusual for them. But look at the movement by Wilson. He takes 2 big hits and still gets enough for a first down.
He had his helmet rearranged and then took one from the backside, too. And we have an official's timeout on the field right now. The ball is at the 40-yard line. First and 10 for the Patriots with 5:55 left here in the third quarter.
Wilson was a bit surprised when
he's got a broken helmet from that hit.
Well, they can fix those. They put a nail in it and send it back in. Wilson, when he came to the Patriots, was obviously surprised when they decided to keep 4 quarterbacks, but he was still afraid. He thought an injury anywhere on the field for another position would mean his job. So he waited till the 3rd week in the season to move his family out from Seattle to Boston.
He said he didn't know if he should bring them out. Then all the assistant coaches kept saying, "Is your family in town yet?" He kept saying no, and then he took that to mean that maybe you should bring them out. All right, Wilson on first and 10 after he scrambled for that first down. They're at the Pittsburgh 40 as Perryman will take the ball. Dives right, puts the ball on the carpet, but I think he was down, and the play was dead at the 38-yard line. David Little is in on the tackle for the Steelers. And New England, once again, just methodically moves up the field. Still looking for a big play, though.
The time of possession was almost 2-1 in the first half in favor of the Patriots, but that does not translate into points. Now, whose helmet does he have on?
He has Eric Seaver's helmet, because I believe that's number 85. Yep, 85 on the back of the helmet. So while they attempt to fix his helmet over on the sideline, Eric Sievers gave him his helmet. Stevens running, and for the first time he's got running room too. Inside the 35, out of bounds at the Steeler 32-yard line, short of a first down by about 2 yards.
Now Wilson goes back and trades his helmet again. I was wondering what Sievers was going to do if he had to come into the football game. There he is. He's got it back. They put the nail in it, and he's all set to go.
Third down now for New England, 3rd and 2 with 4:58 left in the third quarter. Look at that. New England dominating number of plays. 20 more plays than Pittsburgh has run. All right, big play now for them. 3rd down and 2. Perryman fumbles. Then Lake can't pick it up. It's still loose. Steelers trying to pick up the football. They've got it. It's Lloyd. A disastrous 3rd down play for the New England Patriots. A mess up on a handoff.
They missed a handoff because of a slip. Actually, Perriman slipped as he was trying to take the football. Then it's a little bit of fumble-rooski. Stevens actually thought he could pick it up and try to still make the first down, but wasn't to be, and it's Lloyd who comes up with the football.
Now, Jimmy, on this situation, don't you just fall on it?
Well, yeah, I guess you do. But
I mean, right there, Lake is trying to go. He's got touchdown ambitions, but right there, don't you just fall?
I think at that stage you do, because if the Patriots come up with the football, they'd have it back about the 39 or 40-yard line. They still have the option to kick it into the end zone or try to get it out of bounds and pin the Steelers back. Here's the
reverse, the first time today, and it's well blocked. It's Lips. It's Lips. Cut back, it's Lips down to the 5. Touchdown! What a run!
Take a look at the blocks downfield. Brister gets a great block up in front. This is the longest run in Louis Lips' career. A good block from the other receiver, Derek Hill, 82 downfield. Lips does the rest, and score for the Steelers.
A fantastic run by Louis Lips. Anderson's point after is good, and what a turnaround. New England fumbles on 3rd and 2. Pittsburgh takes one play, and Lips takes it 58 yards on a reverse for a touchdown, Steelers.
You still have time to get in on Chevrolet's last great deals of the decade with cash back on our best sellers, Corsica, and on the roomy Lumina sedan.
And more great deals on select Geos, the new line of import-inspired cars.
And to make these deals better, GMAC offers a plan with no payments for 90 days.
So see your Chevrolet Geo dealer for great deals on select 89 and 90 models.
Before the last great deals of the decade are yesterday's news.
Imagine a world beneath the sea with an enchanted McDonald's of pure fantasy, where the Little Mermaid's friend Sebastian and Flounder the fish come to life to grant your holiday wish.
Buy a $5 book of McDonald's gift certificates and get a free plush ornament, either Flounder
That's me.
or Sebastian.
I always knew I'd be famous.
From the all-new Disney animated feature, The Little Mermaid, now in theaters everywhere.
So come to McDonald's, hurry along. Like a true fantasy, it's here then, explore. Your holiday place, McDonald's.
Life's full of simple pleasures, like the comfort of Levi's jeans. Or had you forgotten?
The Bills. The 49ers. Next.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh, everybody. Jim Donovan along with Jimmy Cephalo. Three River Stadium heats up in a hurry after a 58-yard touchdown run on a reverse by Louis Lips. And Gary Anderson will kick it away to the New England Patriots. George Wansley and and Patrick Egu are back deep. Line drive kick. Egu juggles it at the 2, at the 1. He went over and back, so he's got to come out to the 6. Oh, boy, down to the 5-yard line. Larry Griffin is down on the tackle for the Steelers. Let's go back to the reverse now. Lewis Lips' 58-yard touchdown run, and here it is.
Bobby Brister with a great block on it. They get everybody moving to the left. Now watch Brister with the great cut block downfield. A nice block again. Going through, that's Dermonte Dawson, number 63. Derek Hill does the rest downfield, and Lips gets into the end zone.
Boy, that's really wanting it the last 10 yards. Look at where New England starts, at their own 5-yard line. 1st and 10. They fumbled on their last possession. It was recovered by Greg Lloyd, and then Lips went 58 yards. On the reverse, across the middle, a nice pattern, and Irving Fryer makes the catch and goes out over the 15 to the 17-yard line on a 1st down, and Wilson really squeezed it in there.
I tell you, you'll find out more about the New England Patriots on this drive than you will the entire year. When you're down 21-3, when it's -5 degrees, when you're out of the playoff picture, you're down deep in your own end zone, they come up with this kind of a play. It tells you a lot about their character.
Wilson coming near sideline. This time Hartley Dykes makes the catch. Out to the 31-yard line, and that will be another New England 1st down. So Wilson with the quick strikes now, moving up the field, almost run and shoot of their own version as he goes far side to Fryer, and this time near side to Dykes. And from their own 5 where they started, now they're out near their own 31.
Well, the reason they went to that quick offense this early in the game, one, because they're down by 18, but also to try and keep the extra defensive backs off the field for the Steelers.
1st and 10 New England. We have 3:53 left here in the 3rd quarter. Wilson fires again on the money, and it's Irving Fryer. And Fryer is up at the 38-yard line. Brought down on the play by Rod Woodson, and Delton Hall was over on the coverage too. They are 3 yards shy of a 1st down. It will be 2nd down at 3 after a pass play of 7 yards.
2nd down.
Richard Wood, the quarterback coach. Doug Flutie off to his side. Wilson out of the shotgun, fires in traffic. Is it caught by Lynn Dawson?
It looks that way.
It was banged around, and it looked like it was intended for Irving Fryer, but on a carom, it ends up in the hands of Lynn Dawson. And Fryer saying, hey, I gave you an assist on that one.
3 people had a shot at this. Take a look at it. It looks like it's going to be an interception right off the bat. Good close coverage. Is that Woodson who comes underneath?
Ooh,
it
nice
sure
catch
is.
off the turf.
Great catch off the turf.
Across the middle again. Oh, what a hit on Cedric Jones, and he hangs on to the football. The Steelers are saying, no, he didn't. As Thomas Everett, who knocked out Al Toon last week at the Meadowlands against the Jets, lays a big hit on Cedric Jones, who goes down, and now they're bringing the ball back to the line of scrimmage. They say he did not have control of it.
That's quite a hit. It seemed the ball popped out as he came close to the ground there, but that's, again, we're talking about the character of this team. If they're going to lay down, this is the time to lay down. It's cold out there. You're down by 18. Why not? But they're showing a lot of heart. So is that man, Thomas Everett. What a hit.
Everett weighs 180 pounds, but he delivered a big hit there. Whistles and flags on this play as Wilson trying to hand the ball off to John Stevens. Here's Tom Dooley. Delay of game. So that will make it 2nd down and 15.
Thomas Everett won the Jim Thorpe Award back in 1987. And when you take a look at the potential of the Steeler team, they had the man who was voted the best defensive back in college football that year and the runner-up. That was Rod Woodson from Purdue. That bodes well for the future of this defensive secondary.
Yeah, they have assembled a pretty good secondary now here in Pittsburgh. They have 5 defensive backs in that secondary right now. Wilson on 2nd and 15. Oh, Fryer stretches out and makes a nice catch into Steeler territory up near the 45-yard line as Irving Fryer, who's been injured after he finally did report through much of the season, is having a pretty good day here in Pittsburgh. The former Nebraska Cornhusker checking with the sideline right now on the signals. 4 wide receivers in. 3rd down and 1. as they hurry up on the offense, and John Stevens legs for a first down to the 41. New England wasting no time right now. They're down by 18 points. They're going to need what's left here in the third quarter and then all of the fourth quarter to try and get back in this thing.
They're also trying to keep the specialists off the field for the Steelers. They have a nickel package, which means they have 5 defensive backs, and a dime, which means 6 defensive backs. And the quicker the Patriots can get up to the ball and snap it, it's less time for the Steelers to get those specialists on the field.
Gerald Williams is down on the field right now for the Steelers. He's down injured, and we'll be back to Pittsburgh with 2:04 left to go in the third quarter.
If you don't want to slow down on your way to the top, because you know to make a beer as refreshing as a mountain stream, you've got to start with the mountain stream. It's the right beer now. When a night on the town might last all night, call for the taste preferred at Better Night Spots. The silver bullet, the one that won't slow you down.
It's the right beer now.
Truck buyers, times are wasting. On the last great deals of the decade at your Chevrolet dealer. Get cash back or special GMAC financing on today's truck, Chevrolet.
Including S10 Blazers, America's favorite sport utility vehicle. S10 pickups, regular or S10 Maxicab. And Suburbans and full-size Blazers.
And GMAC even offers a plan with no payment for 90 days on these popular Chevys. So truck on over to your Chevrolet dealer.
Before the last great deals of the decade are history.
You wish your data were better directed, that all your departments were interconnected. How are you gonna do it? Well, you're gonna PS to it with the IBM PS2. You want to network up, network down, exchange information with other towns. When you're all linked up, you can share ideas from bottom to top. How are you gonna do it? I'll tell you. You're gonna PS to it. The solution is IBM.
NBC Sports serves your need to know all week long. Dial 1-900-454-3500 for NBC Scores Plus. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, anywhere in the USA.
Jim Donovan and Jimmy Cephalo back in Pittsburgh. Coming up next, the second half of our doubleheader here on NBC, Buffalo and San Francisco. The 49ers off that great win Monday night against the Rams, come from behind fashion. And the Buffalo Bills, who knows which Buffalo team will show up today, but they need a win. In the AFC Eastern Division, they are tied with Miami coming into the game. Look at the Steelers jump off. They didn't get back. So it's a free one for Wilson, and it is picked off by Larry Griffin. But I think it's going to all go for naught. Steelers jumped off on the defensive front.
Wilson gambled throwing it into coverage, so you hope he guessed right on the penalty call.
First down.
Well, it was 3 of them that went off, so it becomes offside defense. Watch them all jump. Tim Johnson, 78. As he tried to squeeze the ball into Hartley Dykes. You know, in time of possession today, New England's had the ball 28 minutes, 20 seconds. Pittsburgh's had it 14:40. Time management, better use of time, obviously goes to the Steelers today. 1st and 5 from the 36 of Pittsburgh. Wilson down for Hartley Dykes. Incomplete. Dykes simply wasn't open as Dwayne Woodruff was right there with him. Now let's check the scores. There have been some changes now. Cincinnati still leading, but Cleveland on a Bernie Kosar touchdown pass to Ron Middleton, this tight end, leads Minnesota in a game they need. Green Bay and Chicago in a back-and-forth game that the Packers need to win to stay alive in the playoff hunt. Detroit blowing out Tampa Bay. Kansas City leading over San Diego. And Miami dearly needs that one in Indianapolis. And now losing it, Eric Dickerson's touchdown has opened up a lead of 8 points for the Colts. 21-3. Pittsburgh must win to keep any hopes alive themselves. It's a reversed Irving Fryer. Puts his head down and climbs inside the 35 down to the 32-yard line. Dwayne Woodruff is in on the tackle for the Steelers. And it will be 3rd down at short yardage for New England. 3rd and 1 coming up.
The Patriots also needed a big game out of Irving Fryer. You know, for most of the year, out because of the holdout at the beginning of the year. Various injuries kept him out of the lineup. And we keep saying what great special people they have on the wide receiver positions, but Fryer has not been in the mix all season long, and going into next year, they had to find out about him.
3rd down and 1. Perryman is tripped up. I don't think he got it. Tim Johnson blew in, number 78 for the Steelers. But there's a flag down on the play. Now you have to wonder, did the Steelers line up offside in the neutral zone? I mean, Johnson was in so quickly.
Flag on the play.
Tom Dooley.
No flag.
Oh, he
it's
just...
fell out of his pocket.
Okay.
Fourth down.
On a day like today, anything's possible. The Patriots have got to go. On 4th down, it's obvious. Down 18 points. Out of the playoff picture. He's got to go for it on the 4th down situation. Look at the play from the inside. That's Tim Johnson, who beats Sean Farrell across the line of scrimmage.
They actually lost a yard. It's 4th and 2. Perryman dives. Boy, I'll tell you, very close. Larry Griffin came in and put his helmet right on Perryman.
But he didn't get the mark, and that'll go over.
The Steeler defense holds New England on 4th down and 2. They try and run it to Perryman. And that will wind down pretty close to it. The third quarter with 4 seconds left. Well, you can have time of possession all you want. You can have great 3rd down conversions all you want, but you need points, and they just don't seem to get the big plays.
Now, once again, it's their third and 4th down conversions have been bad all year long. And it's the Steeler defense who, regardless of time of possession, it's the Steelers who are controlling the football game.
Brister. Look at Worley go. Into the New England secondary, out over the 40 to the 42-yard line as the 3rd quarter comes to an end here in Pittsburgh. And the Steelers staying alive in the AFC playoff hunt for a wild card spot after 3.
My dream car would be a truck, a Nissan hardbody. I'd race in Baja. Whoop, wait a minute, time out. Make that the mountains. With nobody around except my girlfriend. And a pizza. And my boss. Somebody's got to wash the truck.
Got a cold? Gotta feel better fast. Then you've got to get Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. People who use it will tell you.
It works.
It's fast.
It works fast.
Alka-Seltzer Plus, the fizz works fast.
In 13 cities and 10 countries across the Pacific, they're playing our song. United Airlines, rededicated to giving you the service you deserve, halfway around the world. Come fly the friendly skies.
Whenever I used to watch TV, my brother Tom would always flip me out. Then we got this Magnavox smart window TV that lets Tommy flip through all the channels. And I could keep watching what I want to.
Now I can see what I've been missing.
And that's quite a lot.
New Year's Day, come home to the best in college football and a primetime showdown. The Federal Express Orange Bowl pits the top-ranked Colorado Buffaloes against Lou Holtz and the Fighting Irish of number 4 Notre Dame in a game that will determine the national championship. New Year's Day, the best bowls are on NBC.
As we start the 4th quarter, these are the playoff possibilities for the Steelers. They have to win both games today, and they're winning that one in Tampa Bay next week. Cincinnati and Cleveland have to lose one game, but both are winning today. Buffalo needs to win the East. But if Buffalo, Miami, Kansas City, and the Raiders all win today, the Steelers would be eliminated, even if they won today. And they lead 21-3 as we start the 4th quarter. I'm Jim Donovan and Jimmy Cephalo from Pittsburgh. Tim Worley, who had 74 yards rushing so far, adds to that with a couple of extra yards. He's over the 45 out to the 46-yard line as Kenneth Sims and Roland James run him out. 79 yards rushing on the day. He had a great touchdown run earlier of 8 yards. He had a great touchdown run last week, though, against the Jets, where he weaved all over the field.
2nd down and 6.
You know, it's tough. We were talking in the commercial break. How do the Patriots come back and practice this coming week? Raymond Berry, in our conversation with him yesterday, was very emotional for Raymond Berry, I thought. in saying that this team had more character than any team he's ever been associated with in all of his years, player or coach.
Worley looking, and a nice one-on-one tackle there by the Patriots' Roland James, because Worley was throwing him all kinds of shoulder and head fakes, and James didn't buy it. So it will be third down for the Steelers. Earlier in the week, Raymond Berry met with his team and had a long talk with them about winning these final 2 games. He told us last night it's hard to play. The biggest test for a team mentally is to play championship football when there's no championship to be won. And that sums up the Patriots situation right now. There's no playoffs for them in this season anyway, and yet they've got 2 games to play, now 1 1/4.
He also said to them, though, there's only one way to play this game, and that's all out regardless of what the prize is at the end of the year.
Brister lines up in the shotgun and has to call a timeout, as the play clock was down to 1. So there was no way he was going to get that off on 3rd down and 1, so he uses a timeout. And that will be 2 remaining now for the Steelers as the game winds down here in the 4th quarter. All right, Championship Monday, Bowl Day here on NBC, New Year's Day, the Hall of Fame Bowl, Auburn and Ohio State, the Fiesta Bowl, Nebraska and Florida State. Then the big one for the national championship. Colorado goes in undefeated against Notre Dame. They're only lost the last game of the regular season to Miami. January 1st, your place to be right here on NBC. Coverage begins at 1 p.m. Incidentally, the Rocket, Raghib Ismail, is said to have a shoulder separation. Lou Holtz said that, he won't be able to play. The Rocket said, you know, if the game was tomorrow, I'd be able to play. All right, second half of the doubleheader, Buffalo and San Francisco here on NBC, as the Bills go into really a must-win situation for themselves, and they have to do it out at Candlestick. So I guess, getting back to the Irish situation, Lou Holtz kind of playing possum again.
All those big college coaches play possum better than anybody else.
Brister shovels. Here's Merrill Hodge running all the way down to the New England 30-yard line at a first down. Nice play by the Steelers.
Now, really a safe play. Remember, this is actually a forward pass, even though he throws it underhanded. So if it's knocked down or if Hodge drops it, it's an incomplete forward pass and not a fumble. Nice play by Brister, hanging onto it for the last second, and Hodge gets the corner and picks up a big first down for the Steelers. They can ice it here with another score.
Oh, bad use of word there. Ice it. This thing was iced when we showed up this morning. It's at the 30-yard line. It's Derek Hill and Lewis Lips, the wide receivers. Worley and Hodge make up the running backs, and it's Hodge again off the left side this time, getting down to the New England 26-yard line. Lawrence McGrew and Johnny Rembert in on the tackle for the Patriots. Let's keep in touch with these big games. Now Cincinnati, wow, 38-0. Houston now must win next week at home against Cleveland on a Saturday night game to wrap up the AFC Central. Cleveland leads on a Bernie Kosar pass. Green Bay now by 9 over Chicago. Those are the other games that are going on. And here in Pittsburgh, it's 21-3. Steelers over the Patriots. Second down. And Hodge slips as he gets tied up with his blocker and a New England defender, and Johnny Rembert is on top. So it's 3rd and 6 for the Steelers.
And in this situation, you look for a conservative play call because they're in line for the field goal, and if they can kick it through, they'd be up by 21 and force the Patriots to score at least 3 times to get back into the contest.
12:50 left in regulation time, 3rd and 7. The Steelers have touchdowns in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd quarters. And shotgun formation with 4 wideouts into the game. Dwight Stone is now in there for the injured Rodney Carter as Brister's looking for Lips. What a catch inside the 15-yard line. First down, Pittsburgh.
And Rod McSwain could not have any better coverage on this. Take a look at him, 23 going over the top, but it's Lips who gets his hand underneath the ball right along the turf. And Chuck Noll, what kind of a reaction does he give us? Well, not much of one, but you don't expect much from Noll. He's seen just about everything you can see in this league.
1st and 10 now at the 15-yard line. Boy, only 14 throws today for Brister. Again, Hill and Lips are his wide receivers. Hodge and Worley his backs. They're at the New England 15-yard line. It's whirling. Gets a couple of yards and gets down to the 13-yard line. He's wrapped up by David Ward. 11:39 left. Excuse me, Jimmy.
Brister, even though he's having a good afternoon, he still hasn't thrown the touchdown pass today. And he's the first to admit the stats don't really mean a whole lot, but this would be his 6th football game in a row where he's not thrown a TD pass.
2nd down and 7. Down at the New England 13-yard line. And he puts a man in motion. It's Lips. They pitch it to Worley. No running room at all. New England throws a lot of defenders over there, and Bruce Schultz chases him out. We have a fight in the end zone now. And we've got some swinging going on, too, as it was Merrill Hodge in the middle of it, I think. And I'm trying to look at the defender. He's pointing at Raymond Claiborne.
Raymond Claiborne, yeah. Now, Raymond Claiborne's been around this league. This is his 13th season. And in his early days, this was the common scene with Raymond Claiborne because he's a feisty defender. But he's mellowed through the years. I'm a bit surprised to see him in the middle of the fray.
And the ball comes back to the 12-yard line. Let's see if we can check out what happened here. Oh, yeah, there's Claiborne and Hodge. Those were the 2 participants. And Hodge in there with a strong right hand.
Oh, Fred Marion got involved as well.
Steelers call another timeout. And we'll be right back after these messages from your local station.
Cosby's Quiche Night Pulliam takes your whole family on a dandy and entertaining holiday adventure. Awesome. A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court, Monday at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
Unstoppable. Unstoppable.
The Hess truck's back and it's better than ever. Christmas is here. The Hess truck's back. 2 sirens that together. Christmas is here. The Hess truck's back. Hey, those head and taillights shining. Hey, that ladder's really climbing. Got a secret coin bank and emergency flashers.
The new Hess fire truck, $8.99 at Hess stations.
The Hess truck's back.
Happy holidays from Hess.
This December, things are really heating up. Heating up at every GM division. Each dealer is out to make December hotter than ever before. Deals like 4.8% financing for 48 months and factory-to-dealer cash, which dealers can pass along to customers on the all-new Cutlass Supreme Sedan and Coupe. Yes, this December is incredibly hot at every GM division. It's GM's Hot December. Come feel the heat.
You're watching WBIT 30, Connecticut's NBC station.
Back in Pittsburgh, Jim Donovan and Jimmy Cefalo, Mark Wilson with the parka on over on the Patriots sideline. Pittsburgh's been forced to use 2 timeouts on this drive, so they only have 1 left with the 11:01 left, and they lead 21-3. The ball is at the New England 12, shotgun formation. Brister from Merrill Hodge inside the 5, close to the 1 and out of bounds at the 1-yard line. And the official took the worst of that. Look at him. He got nailed by Hodge flying out of bounds.
It's another great catch by Hodge. Rod McSwain, for the 2nd time in this drive, had tremendous coverage. But Hodge with a good concentration. McSwain gives him the push right at the end. He still has enough presence of mind to stay in bounds. Take a look at it. Look at that. He has enough presence to get his feet in bounds. And even if he didn't, it was the push by McSwain. That right foot would have forced him out of bounds. Good call by the official. And it's a good catch inside the 1 for the Steelers. Left one in, right one out, but it's the push by McSwain that forces him out of bounds.
Pittsburgh has had to use another timeout as the clock was running, and when they were in the huddle, all of a sudden Brister took a peek over his offensive line when there were only 5 seconds left. They hadn't come out of the huddle yet. So they've used them all. They're out of timeouts. Not that they're going to need them down late, but...
I mean, the fans got out of it a bit, but look, there's 11 minutes left in the game. They're about to go up by 28-3. I mean, they're really not going to need them going down the stretch.
So let's check the scores now. 45-0 Cincinnati. They end the season at Minnesota. Houston ends the season at home next Saturday night against Cleveland. Cleveland now leads Minnesota. That game has opened up a bit, 14-10 after being scoreless for a long time. Green Bay 30-28 against the Bears, who were eliminated last week. Now Indianapolis leads Miami. Kansas City by 3 over San Diego. The Chiefs must win to stay in the hunt. And Detroit shutting out Tampa Bay 27-0. 21-3. The Steelers lead. Second half of the doubleheader, big game for Buffalo. San Francisco will be the host to the Bills. Buffalo at 8-6, losing last week at home. Now they have to win out on the West Coast. First and goal at the New England 1. Brister long count. Worley over the top. And did not get in. Now, yesterday when we talked to Bubby Brister, he said, you know, when we get down to this situation, we haven't been scoring, and I haven't had a quarterback sneak all year long from this range, and I'd really like to do it sometimes, but we don't really have a play system set up for that call, I guess, right?
Well, they have it in the huddle, but what he was saying was that at the line of scrimmage,
when he sees it, right?
They don't have an audible count, but what he can do is just, as we've got an injured player down on the ground, that's Kenneth Sims, number 77, the defensive end for the Patriots. What he can do is simply go to the line of scrimmage and tap the center just before the ball is snapped, and that's the signal. It's kind of a universal sign among football teams in the NFL. Tap the center, and it's a quarterback sneak.
Now, last year, I think he told us he had 6 touchdowns rushing the football on plays like that. This year, he doesn't have any. You know, like the old Fifth Dimension song, wouldn't you like to take a ride in my beautiful balloon? No thanks, not today.
Take a look at Worley trying to go over the top. He gets a good leap off, but he just had too far to go.
Push back. David Ward is in there for New England. He's played well since coming in, and then the secondary comes up to make the back wall, stopping Worley from going in. So Chuck Noll and Tom Moore again waiting for the injury to be taken care of, and it's Kenneth Sims, and he's now walking off the field under his own power, and that's good because Sims has had so many injuries since coming into the NFL. A top draft choice for New England out of Texas. He's been hampered by injuries. He came into this season and has been healthy and has had a good year. Next Saturday, join NBC Sports World for a holiday celebration, the classic holiday ballet on skates, as NutraSweet presents Dorothy Hamill in the Nutcracker on Ice. Plus, join Marv Albert as he looks back on the past decade's wild and wacky on the Albert Achievement Awards. That's coming up next Saturday afternoon following the Jets and Bills on Sports World. Second down and goal. Pittsburgh at the 1. Hodge and Worley. O'Shea in motion. Brister keeping it. He bumps into the official. The loose ball is picked up, and there goes Roland James. Down the sideline, the official is blowing the play dead, and one official is saying, look at that guy run as James goes in. With no officials down there signaling touchdown, they're saying the play is dead back at the 20-yard line.
They're saying it's an incomplete pass. And the question is, was Bubby Brister's arm beginning to move forward? If it was, then it is an incomplete forward pass.
An incomplete pass. His arm was moving forward when he threw the ball.
I don't know.
No, it wasn't. That wasn't moving forward. That hit him when it was moving back.
I agree. There's no way in the world that Brister's arm was going forward on this play. He really hits the official on his backward swing. Look at that. It's not moving forward at all.
No, it's moving forward after it's gone. James picks it up, uses the downed referee as a blocker, and goes rolling down. Thinking right now he's got a touchdown. Looking around and finding out that he didn't. And not only will they rule it incompleted pass, but then, of course, Pittsburgh gets the ball back inside the 1-yard line. Boy, that's a strength. That will be in. That's got to be in the Wild and Wacky next week on Sports World.
Yeah, I think Marv has got to include this. That's a very poor call on the part of the officials. The ball obviously going back.
Well, how could he even see it? He was going down himself.
The call was made by the side judge.
Oh.
I don't think.
I think they're going to take a look at it right now, Jimmy. That's why the Steelers were ready to come up to the line of scrimmage, and I think they're going to take a look at the play. The replay official is Bill Parkinson. All right, watch it again. The collision with the referee, Tom Dooley.
And Dooley trying to get out of the way, but he had no shot. And obviously going back because it hits him square in the head.
It's gone right there.
Exactly. His arm was not moving forward at all.
All right, this should really be a good view of it. That's gone right there. That arm is not moving forward. Roland James picks it up and is gone.
Now, part of the preview of the replay official is possession, so this does come under the guise of the replay.
I think you got to give him a touchdown.
Well, but was the whistle blown? I mean, you know, this is part of the controversy of the replay. Was the whistle blown before Roland James got into the end zone?
Well, just what we needed on an ice cold day in Pittsburgh, a long decision.
About 26,000 fans showed up here today, and they got a real treat on this call. Take a look at it. Right square in the head as Dooley get bopped, and obviously on the backswing of Bubby Brister.
All right, they're still waiting on it right here. Boy, all of those views, all of our camera shots gave you a great view of that play. The ball clearly comes out before that arm is moving forward. I mean, he's still in the take back when it really hits his helmet and the official. Brister waiting.
So, what are you going to do for Christmas, Jim?
We have a reversal. The play was ruled fumble. The defensive team picked the ball up. The officials blew the whistle with the defensive team in possession on the 30-yard line.
Oh.
It's New England's ball, 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line.
Oh. How do you blow the play dead? I mean, how do you blow the play dead on that play?
One thing we know for certain, the referee didn't blow the play dead because Dooley was laid out on the field. It must have been one of the other officials.
All right, Chuck Knoll is pleading his case, but over on the other sideline, let's see, I don't think that they can get the ear of any officials over on the New England sideline. It's been that kind of year, Raymond. Johnny Rembert explaining what he had heard from the officials out there. Well, New England gets the ball, but I mean, if the thing was ruled a fumble, and it was, James went all the way for the touchdown. But I remember when I was watching him, I did see the official blowing the play dead back at the 30-yard line.
Well, there's really no way to determine exactly where James was when the whistle was blown.
Wilson standing up, but he won't stand long. A sitting duck for Keith Willis to come in and get him. Aaron Jones, rather. Make it Aaron Jones who comes in and gets him. There's Jones. So New England calls back the wide receivers right away. They start the clock. 10 minutes left. 3 sacks of Wilson today, and back to work. Incomplete on the wrong side of Fryer. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 17 now.
When you think back on it, the Steelers have really squandered 10 points today. 4th and 1 inside the 5-yard line. Early in the contest, they miss it. Don't go for the field goal. And now they've got a situation where it's 2nd down and less than a yard inside the 1. They go for the trick play, and the fumble occurs. So 10 points really separates this game from being a blowout on the side of the Steelers.
4 wide receivers in for the Patriots on 3rd down and 17. Good blocking. Almost intercepted by Rod Woodson. As Wilson throws into heavy coverage by the Steelers, trying to get it to Irving Fryer, and New England will punt. I'll tell you what, Wilson's had a lot of opportunities today to move this team into the end zone, and he just hasn't led them there.
He's thrown the ball well in spurts, but they've bogged down in the important part of the field, which is inside the 30-yard line. And, you know, I think it's going to be a very tough decision for this Patriot management. I think they've got to go out and find themselves a quarterback. I mean, they've gone every route, and none of them have worked for them this season. I think they need to go find one through the draft, with a trade, or with Plan B.
Jeff Fiegel's into punt. Rod Woodson waits back for the Steelers. Fiegel's double hitches. And, of course, then there were Patriots down the field, so a flag goes down. Woodson back at his 15, out to the 25-yard line.
I like this play. This is a fake. This is a punter's fake.
Kind of a changeup.
Yeah.
The punter's version of a changeup.
I've never seen this happen before in my life.
Oh, I didn't see him drop the ball.
And then he gets the perfect bounce back and gets a pretty darn good kick away.
Well, by the time he did get the kick away, there were about 9 Patriots down the field.
Illegal man downfield, number 64 on the kicking team. Number 92, illegal block by the receiving team. We will replay the down. It will be 4th down.
Jerry Olszewski is nailed for the illegal block. Mike Morris, the center, is nailed for being down the field. Let's watch it again. Now we've had 2 plays that Marv could include next week on Saturday Sports World.
We've got 2 for you, Marv. There's one.
And watch it right here, Jimmy. Yes, the double clutch on the puck, and it is away. In the wild and wacky right there. So the ball will be spotted out over the 23.
That is the best Marv Albert imitation I have ever heard.
Some say it's even better than Marv himself. All right, Woodson stands back at his 38 with 9:31 left. As Fiegel's, the more conventional punt this time. Woodson takes it at the 29, and here he comes. Out over the 40 to the 43-yard line and out of bounds. And we'll be right back. 9:18 left to go here in the 4th quarter. 21-3 Steelers.
Hey, hustlers, I got some more party time tips for you from Extra Gold Draft. First, never party with anything less than the full tilt taste of Extra Gold. Hey, this is one tough beer. Another tip, never shoot pool with a guy that brings his own stick. And never ever shoot with a guy that brings his own table.
Ask for an extra. Go for the full tilt taste.
Nice shot. Thanks.
Another Pontiac First is ready for delivery. The first 4-door version of Grand Prix style and performance. The new Grand Prix Sports Sedan. You've got to drive it. Get on the Pontiac and ride! Pontiac ride! The exciting new 4-door Grand Prix. You've got to check it out. Rebuild excitement! Now get 4.8% financing on every new Grand Prix during Pontiac's All-Out Excitement Closeout.
Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer. They keep going and going.
Because of its unique point design, the Black & Decker Bullet Drill Bit drills holes up to 4 times faster than an ordinary drill bit. Nothing's faster than a bullet drill bit.
NBC sports coverage of the National Football League is brought to you by Pontiac and your local Pontiac dealer. We build excitement. By Black & Decker, quality tools that go at the top of everyone's gift list. And by Coors. Enjoy the original taste of Coors, the Rocky Mountain legend.
Over 26,000 here at Three Rivers. Capacity 59, over 26,000, close to 27 on a brutal day weather-wise here today on the Steelers' final regular season home appearance here at Three Rivers. They lead 21-3 over New England. Tim Worley spins out to the 45-yard line. Johnny Rembert is there. And here we go around the league now. We'll check the scores. 52-0 Cincinnati.
Third quarter.
Cleveland hanging on to an important 4-point lead. The Packers, now if Green Bay wins and Minnesota loses today, Green Bay and Minnesota would be tied at the NFC Central, but the Pack needs even more help because in tiebreakers they lose that matchup against Minnesota. Boy, Miami taking it on the button. It's Worley again, trapped in the backfield. So Miami losing today. We have an injured player down on the field for the Steelers. Reenstra, I think.
Well, right now, Miami losing in the AFC East. Coming into today's action, the Dolphins and Bills were tied. But a tie between those two, the win would go to the Bills because they beat the Dolphins head-to-head twice this season.
There's a flag down on this play.
Holding, number 60 out there. Second down.
Brian Blankenship in at left guard gets nailed for the holding call. 8:39 left.
But the loss by the Dolphins bodes well for the Steelers. I mean, that's one of the variables they need to continue on with their playoff hopes.
Pittsburgh ends the year in Tampa Bay next week. New England is at home against the LA Rams. It is second down and 18 from the 35 after the penalty, and Mike Mularkey, the tight end, is open and on a roll. Down to the New England 37-yard line. It's a pass play covering 28 yards to the tight end Mularkey.
This just displays, though, what kind of an arm Bobby Brister has. He drills this thing. He takes a deeper drop than most NFL quarterbacks, but the coverage coming from the inside, that's 52 Johnny Rembert trying to find Mularkey, but it's the throw by Bobby Brister. Direct on the money, giving the receiver enough time to turn up the field before a defender gets to him. Great throw by Brister.
First and 10 now, Pittsburgh. Worley and Hodge. They go to Hodge. Down to the 35-yard line.
Hodge.
Tackled by Tim Goad. And Milford Hodge comes in and makes the tackle too. Now remember, more football coming up today for most of you on our NBC station. Second half of the doubleheader. The Buffalo Bills are out at Candlestick Park, ready to take on the San Francisco 49ers. The Bills 8-6. The team locked in a little bit of controversy too. Jim Kelly and his teammates at odds, and that's what's coming up next as they need a win. So they're going to have to kiss and make up there and get it going. Here's Worley. Cut back at the 30. Down to the 29-yard line. And it will be third down for the Steelers. Johnny Rembert is over there on the tackle. And David Ward chased him down too and gets up a little bit slowly.
8 of 6 yards, third down.
So come the final week of the regular season next week, there will be big games aplenty.
Well, you had, in the AFC alone, you had 9 teams with a shot at making it to the playoffs coming into today's action. The only team that had wrapped it up was the Broncos, winners in the AFC West. So if parity was the goal of the NFL, they've really achieved it. Lots of teams still available coming to the last week.
Look at Milford Hodge. He's got a blocker. Weegee Thompson down the field, clearing him a path all the way down inside the New England 10 to the 7-yard line. Hodge started the play up the middle. Saw that it was clogged there, so he headed to the outside. And he gets the first down. It's going to be first and goal for the Steelers at the New England 7.
Well, a great pull by Brian Blankenship, number 60. That's what springs him out to the corner. But if he gets help downfield from Weegee Thompson, he gets more than the 22 yards that he got. He'd have gotten the score out of it.
As you saw, Hodge is over 60 yards rushing on the day, and Worley has 94. That's a good 1-2 punch in that backfield, as we mentioned earlier. Steelers trying to punch it in now. Remember, they had disaster here when Brister got locked up with the official. It's Worley wide open, dives, and is stopped at the 1. David Ward helped push him back. Tim Goad is in on the tackle along with Fred Marion. I wonder if there's any feeling in those arms of Goad playing with the short sleeves today.
I don't know, but another seal block, good one by Hodge, number 33, and that really helps to spring the running back up the middle. And you're right, this 1-2 punch of Tim Worley and Merrill Hodge really looks good for the future in the Steeler running game.
Worley's at 99 yards rushing on the day. It is second down and goal from the 2. Merrill Hodge, head down, drives and scores. Touchdown, Steelers. at the Army-Navy game there for a while with the cannon going off.
7, New England 3. Newsom holding.
5:26 left in the game. Here it is. Watch 33. Head down. Right
Again,
in.
Blankenship gets around the corner and helps along the middle, but it's just the push and the effort by Hodge that gets him into the end zone from a yard away.
Newsom holds for Gary Anderson. And the kick is good. Pittsburgh's rush for 212 yards on the day. Bubby Brister handing the ball off to Merrill Hodge. And Hodge goes in for the touchdown as the Steelers up their lead to 28-3 with 5:26 left.
It's big. It's now. It's Pontiac's all-out excitement closeout. Now with our longest-term 4.8% finance rate ever on Grand Prix. That's right. Now every new Grand Prix is available with long-term 4.8% financing. Or get your share of millions in cash back on Grand Prix and almost every other new 1990 Pontiac in stock. But hurry, your Pontiac dealer is closing out the year with big cash back or 4.8% financing on Grand Prix. It won't last long. See your Pontiac excitement dealer now.
I like cruising downtown in my limousine. Big skyscrapers and the nightlife scene. The rush hour traffic, we get around here. High fashion ladies and cold Coors beer. If you like your beer fresh, pure, and natural, head for the Rockies and the original taste of Coors. And tap an ice cold Coors with a friend of yours. Coors, the Rocky Mountain legend.
Something big is heating up at GM this December. Heating up at every GM division on just about every car and truck. Every division has gotten together to give you deals like cashbacks, special leasing programs, and low finance rates. Yes, it's really heating up right now at your GM dealer. GM's Hot December. Come feel the heat.
The Bills. The 49ers. Next.